3.3.4. So yeah, again, did you see my board here? Please follow my instructions so that we don't have to waste time, so that it's more efficient. Okay, type to everyone, right? So if you ask, someone don't have to ask again. And also you can see someone asked already, you don't have to ask it. Okay, let's start with this one, 2.3.2, simplify. Hey, hold on, you said part D, right? There is no part D here. Are you talking about the correct one? This person asked for question part D. So there is no part D though. So are you asking the correct question? Do you want to check again? Okay, well, I don't know if this is what you want to ask. I'll do it first anyway. Yeah, so just simplify. The question is just ask to simplify. So 3x plus 7 minus 4x plus 9. So this is 3x plus 7 minus 4 minus 9. So we collect like terms. So here we have this, that means at that much x and that many x. So we have negative 1x. And then also don't read this as just 7. This is a plus 7. Don't read this as just a 9. This is a minus 9. So this is a add 7 minus 9, that is negative 2. Okay, actually, I think this is quite easy, so I will not do this one. I think you meant another question since you're asking for part D.
There is a D.
And type what?
There is a D.
What?
Oh, wait, I think, did they mean 2.32?
Yeah, you said because what you typed was 2.32.
No, I didn't type it, but like I saw there was a 2.32 D, like on my page too.
Exactly, I see a 2.32 D. So yeah, Diana, right? Anyway, so maybe this is is this the one you are asking?
No, there was one that was like 15z to the power of 5.
Okay, tell me the question, please. Tell me the question number. Okay, so
I accidentally typed 2.3.2. It's actually 2.32, sorry.
Yeah, exactly. So what was it again? Type it on chat. Just type on chat. Okay, and then someone raise your hand. What do you want to say quickly?
In the whole sheet, 2.3.2.
What? Okay, I cannot hear you clearly. Can you just type?
It's like the homework week 1 L2 basic questions at PDF. There's no 2.3.2.
Yeah, because someone typed it wrong. So.
Oh, okay.
Did you see it? So okay. Yeah, as I said, I don't want to waste time on this kind of thing, man. You guys, come on. Okay, I'll do this one now. 2.2.5, 2.2.8. Okay. So we want to simplify. So here we want A here is square root of negative 66. So we know common denominator. It is as I show you in class. This is the square root of 96 and square root of t6. Now this one maybe you recognize this is not a square number. So we just write to the lowest form. So here you try. Can you divide a 4 or 16 or 25? So at least I recognize this is you can take out a 4, right? So someone asked something on chat, so I just say it. So I just paused because I was reading it. Okay, so do you guys hear me clearly? I want to make sure, because how come we are not, everyone is keep asking the different thing. So as I said, you see again, so if you have question, come a little bit earlier and just type them first. So I'll write them down, and when you come in, you can see the questions I write down already. Okay, so you guys don't have to keep asking this question, that question, and also just, okay, clear? So take out 4 here at least. Divide by 4 is 19. 2024, I mean. Okay, and this one, if you didn't recognize, you can do this instead. So as I said, something maybe you think is clearer to do as a radical sign, something maybe is clearer if you do it as exponent. So maybe I'll do this as exponent, so you are very clear. So here I recognize I can take out another 4. So this is a 2, and then root 4, root 6. And then this, now you see it is a T3. So there is another 2, so that is a 4, root 6, T3, that's it. Okay, let's see B. Yeah, so this one is not in the homework, right? Maybe, I don't know. Well, I have the homework questions, but I just didn't look at them now. It was. So you see, if you heard what that student said, she said this one, she typed it wrong. She meant to be this question instead. Okay, so yeah, no wonder if you guys see you don't see it. Yeah, she said it was not in, someone said it was not on the homework, and then someone said she typed it wrong. So you see again, waste time on this kind of thing. Okay, here cubic roots of, so again, please everyone just focus, please. Okay, cubic roots of 1, 2, 5, x12. Same thing, so we know cubic roots of 1, 2, 5, and then cubic roots of x12. Okay, I claim this is 5. Is it good? Because just in case you don't know, 5 cubed is 1, 2, 5. So yeah, if you take the cube roots of 1, 2, 5, that's 5. So this is a 5. And here, if you need, you can write it like this, 1/3. Then you can see this is x to the 4. So that's a 5x4. Okay. Next one, C. Okay, see here. So simplify cubic roots of 27p5 minus 2 2 cubic roots of p8 over p. Okay, this is very similar to the one I showed you in class. Looking like this, they are certainly not like terms. So we just adding, subtracting is correct like terms. Okay, maybe I will remind you again here. You say to yourself, adding, subtracting is correct like terms. Correct like terms, or, okay, move this away, or collect like radicals. So this is exactly the same thing as I showed you in class, cubic root of 27, and then maybe I'll write as p5 to the 1/3. At the same time, I'll use, for exponent, I'll use this version. For number, I just use this version. So here too, and then here, same thing. You want to simplify, then you write as exponent first, so that you can use the exponent rule to simplify. So cubic root of 27 is just 3, and this is p to the 5/3. Minus, when we are simplifying number by number, p by p here, so just number by number is 2. And then here, when you subtract exponent, 8/8, you divide, right? So you subtract exponent, and you see they are common, they are like terms. Yeah, 3 of such minus 2 of such, that's just 1 of such, exactly. If the question says that you have to write back to radical form, then you do. So here the question didn't ask for it, this is done. Or again, if the question ever asks you to write back to a radical form, then you can write as a cubic root p5. They are just the same thing, of course. Okay, up to here seems good. Quickly write down. The next one I'll do is go to the 2.32, 2.37. Okay, so you guys write those down while I'm going to that page. 32, 37 it was, I think. Hold on once. Oh, 32, 37. Okay. Okay. Anyone not done this one, type me a letter N, please. Okay. So next is the 2.32. We want to simplify. So here A is 3x squared minus 6/9. Now here what to remind you is, the reminder is that if we can factor, we can cancel out. If you can factor, if you can factor out, you can cancel. Okay. If you can factor out, you can cancel. If you can factor out, you can cancel. Yeah, so in general, if you are not sure, just factor everything first. Okay, so here we can see the common factor is 3. So yeah, here we see that this is cancelled. can cancel. And so, yeah, that's it. Nothing else to cancel. That's it. Okay. So you understand what the question is asking for? 18 minus 36x, that's a 36 over 2 minus 4x. Okay, so we just factor it first. See if factor them. So to see it all if you factor everything, they are all in multiplying, dividing relationship. Okay, I'll say this once again. If you need to write down, okay, whenever we want to simplify, is factor them, factor everything so that they are all multiplying blocks. If the blocks are multiplying, then on top is multiply, on bottom is divide. They are multiplying, dividing relationship. Does anyone not understand this one, or anyone want me to write down for you? Tell me now. I can write down for you. Okay, so yeah, let's just factor it first. So on the top, I see 18. Bottom, I see 2. Okay, so here, of course, this is as I mentioned. Now, just in case you didn't understand, what is going on here is 18 multiply 1 minus 2x, divide 2, and then divide 1 minus 2x. So this is same as 18 divide 2 multiply 1 this, and then divide this. So you see, multiply it and divide it, they cancel. Multiply and divide, they cancel. And here, of course, 18 and divide by 2 is 9. So it makes sense right here. It is exactly here. They multiply and divide. This is a 9. And here, multiply and divide, they cancel. So at the end, it's just a 9. Cool? See, squeeze it in here. A cubed minus A4 minus A2, A4 minus A2. So let's take out common factor. I see on top, you can take out A2. Okay, so you can take out A, then you have A squared minus 1. Bottom, you can take out A squared, common factor, then you have A squared minus 1. So here we have these two cancel, multiply and divide. And here, when you cross out one of the A top and bottom, you have one left at the bottom. So that's 1 over A. Does it make sense? Everyone, please understand it. Okay, if you don't, please ask. 15 set 5, 15 set 4, 15 set 3 over 12 set 3, 12 set 2, 12 set. Okay, anyone want to type to me on top what is the common denominator? Since you can tell we want to factor it, just type on chat if you see it. Common denominator for the top. Do you guys hear me? Almost. You can take out 3 sets, but I can take out more things. Well, actually, 15, don't you just take out 15 already? 15, 15, 15, right? So I just take out 3. Why not just take out, why not directly just take out 15? Set 5, set 4, set cube, each one can divide out set cube. So you have, once you divide it out, you have set square. Divide this out, you have set 1. Divide this out, you have 1. Bottom, you can take out 12 set. So after you take out the divide out 12 set, then you have set square. Divide out 12 sets from here, you have 1 set left. And here, divide out the whole term, this is 1. Yes, so here we have multiply, divide, can cancel. Number here, divide by 3, you have 5 and 4. And then this color maybe, z cube, z 1, you cross out 1 top and bottom, so this is all gone. But you cross out 1, then you have 2 left. So yeah, leftover is 5 over 4 times z2. So this you can write in 2 ways. You can write this is as multiply, right at the middle means they are multiplying. Or you all know that, yeah, you see when we cancel the 2 leftover, you cross out 1 z on top and bottom, right? So you have 2 leftover. The 2 leftover is on top. So you should know that right on top means multiplying. Right on the side, like in the middle, is also means multiplying. On top is multiplying 5, and then on the bottom means you are dividing it. Okay. $2.35. Yeah, I'll go back down after. So please come on time so that when someone asks something, you see it. Okay, up to here seems good. Write down quickly. Next is 2.35. Okay, still on the same page. Anyone not done this one, type me a letter N, please. Okay, so next is 2.35. We just want to simplify also. 1 over z squared plus 1 minus 1 over z squared. So you see again, I write this again, adding, subtracting fractions is common denominator. So it's the same rule again. Okay, so here we have no factor here. I mean, can you factor z squared? Z squared is z times z. So if you want to find the lowest term, z squared is z times z. Yeah, nothing to see. Z squared plus 1 just can't factor even. Can't factor. So the LCM is you just have to multiply them. You just have to multiply. So yeah, here common denominator is just multiply them. And then come from here to here, bottom multiply this, top time multiply this. So this is 1 times z squared minus 1, bottom times z squared plus 1, top times z squared plus 1. Okay, so bottom is nicely factored, don't touch it. Or everything I say to you in the class is the same thing. I say it again. If you forgot, now I want to remind you again. You see, I told you guys, something you understand in the class, you will forget. That's not because you are stupid. It's just we just do this. We are all humans. We will forget. So we should write down. Okay, you all have a hint now, start to get used to what are the things that when the teacher say in class, we have to take it note down. You can start practice this now. Okay, so yeah, I mean, take notes, take practice. So be patient, for now, you need to write a whole paragraph for it, but you have to practice so that eventually you can write very fast your own notes. You can just you set up your own system. Some symbols mean certain thing. You can write your notes very fast. That takes practice. I practiced it myself. Okay, anyway, so the bottom, as I said in class, I say again, bottom is nicely factored, don't touch. But the top, is the top factored? No, because you have something adding, subtracting is not factor. Factor is multiplying blocks, right? So they are adding, subtracting is not factored. Then we have to expand and simplify. So bottom again, don't touch, just in case we have anything to factor out and cancel. So we just leave it like this. The top is expand and simplify. So 1 times z squared is z squared, minus 1 multiply in it is minus z squared minus 1. So here, of course, this plus it minus it cancel. So the leftover is just -1 over this. And at the end, nothing to cancel. Oh, well, just that then. Okay, write down. Anything you're not clear, please ask. Next one should be 2.73. I mean 2.37. Okay, 1 sec, I'll come back to it. So I did this one, next is this one. This one I did, I think, right here, 228. So 2.37 next is. Okay, finish writing. I'm going to that question. Okay, yeah, keep asking questions while I'm picking up again. Just type on chat, type to everyone so that if you ask it, someone don't have to ask again. Okay, so anyone not done this one? Anything unclear, please ask now. Anyone not done, type me a letter N. Okay, 2.37. Write the expression as a single fraction. Yeah, so it just simplified. Now here, what are the operations? You can type to me on chat. You can turn on your mic to say it if you really want. What is the operations here? What are the operations here? I mean, they are fractions, obviously. So are they adding, subtracting fraction, or are they multiplying, or are they dividing?
Adding and subtracting.
So very good. So what is the keyword? Say it.
Like terms.
What? Hold on. Adding,
I
subtracting
think it's
fraction.
I think it's common denominator.
Common denominator.
Exactly. Common denominator. So you see, you guys think about it. Be careful. Don't just say, okay, look like plus or minus is correct like terms. Think carefully. Okay. Yeah, actually adding, subtracting fractions is common denominator. So we want to build the lowest common denominator. Do you want to multiply everything? Now next again, I just write in gray is that do we just want to multiply every of the bottom? Do we just want to multiply or the bottom here? Bottom means the denominator. I'm just a bit lazy to write out this longer word. Or the bottom here. Do you want to? Well, my answer is no, I don't want to. So we build it. So we build. Okay, so eventually I write to you. We build the lowest one. Remember I said that? Okay, so here this is over 1. 2z minus 1 is not factorable. Z is not factorable. But exactly is that this 2z squared minus z is factorable. Is z times 2z minus 1. So you see 2z minus 1 and z, this is they are the common denominator already. Yeah. I mean z and 2z minus 1. Here bottom is 1. So bottom times whatever, top times whatever. So this here should be 2 times z times 2z minus 1 plus 4. Next is you can tell bottom is times z, top times z. So this one should be 4 times z. That's a z. Okay, 3 here. This is a z also. Bottom times this 2z minus 1. Top times this 2z minus 1. Minus. Lastly, this denominator is already this denominator. Just that. Don't have to multiply anything. Bottom is nicely factored. Don't touch. Top is not. So top expand and simplify. Yeah, it was the same reasoning as before. So as in same theory to do. Okay. So here multiplying, I think of this as a 2z to multiply in. So 2z is 4z squared. Multiply is minus 2z. Here is the plus 4z. Write my z and 2 careful, clearly. Multiply the 3 in is plus 6z minus 6, minus 3. And then minus this was a z. Careful, not a 2. Okay, so now we collect like terms. Bottom is nicely factored. Don't touch just in case I have something to cancel. 4z squared is only by itself. Collect the z, I have minus 2z plus 4z plus 6z minus 1z. So that is plus 10 minus 3, that's plus 7. And then the leftover number is minus 3. Now here, if you want to cancel the z, you want to take out a z, common factor out the z, then you can cancel, right? Okay. Otherwise, if you want to somehow factor out there is a 2z minus 1, then you can cancel. So you can see here that obviously z you cannot factor out. 2z minus 1 is not a factor either. Okay, one sec, I make a mistake. Maybe someone noticed this was a minus. I don't know why I wrote a plus here. Okay, maybe I show you again that if I made a mistake, I don't erase it. Actually, here is minus, right? So you see again, I did this wrong. So this is minus instead, and this is a minus is a plus instead. So this is a plus, and here should be minus 2 plus 4 minus 6 minus 1 is a minus 9 plus 4 minus 6. Yeah, minus 9 plus 4, right? Okay, hold on. Another thing here. It was a plus. I don't know why I made this mistake. So this is a okay. Yeah, no, hold on. Sorry, guys. This okay. So this is a plus also. Okay, so it is a minus 2z plus 4z. That's 2. And then minus 6 is minus 4, and then plus 1 that is plus 3. Okay, so this is minus 3. Sorry. Okay, so that, and then nothing else to cancel. So maybe I write again is 4z squared minus 3z plus 3 over z 2z minus 1. Okay, is this clear? Maybe you notice my plus or minus. Maybe I should write them on this side closer next time. Okay, one sec, I'll come back to it. So next I see next is 3.1.5, or it was 3.15. So 3.3.4 next is, okay, so write those down. I'll go to that page, 3.3.4. Okay, anyone not done this one, type me a letter N, please. Anything unclear, please ask now. So I corrected like this, is it okay to you? If not, I can write another line on top instead. Anyone want that? Okay, so next is 3.3.4. Everyone flip to that page. Okay, so this person both see first. I don't know if that's how to write to call the name. That guy, that's just that guy, has a bag full of nickel and dimes. There are 3 times as many dimes as nickel. He has $36 and 5 cents in his bag. How many nickels does he have? Okay, so just in case you don't know, maybe I'll just type it here so that you can see it clearly. So this guy, again, I don't know how to read the name, but just a person has a bag full of nickels and dimes. So isn't this just the same thing as I did to you in the class? There are 3 times, there are as many times as nickels. And he has dollar sign is this. In his bag, how many nickels he has? Okay, so here we just want nickel, but maybe you can tell, just write the dime also. So first is let n be number of nickel. As when we set up equations, is more convenient to use two variables. Okay, so one sentence is that one piece of information is a total of 36. So this one is easy to do. It's just like the one I did to you. So each dime is 0.1, how much it worth. Each nickel is 5 cents. So that's 36.05. Again, you can see this in dollars, so I write them in dollar. Now, maybe the problem is that 3 times as many as nickel. This may be the problem to you. So can you tell which one is more? 3 times as many dimes as nickel. Okay, so first of all, I write to you that the correct thing is means that a dime is 3 times as nickel. You see, 3 times as nickel, right? So just read that 3 times as nickel, then you can see it is D equals to 3N is correct. Now, but if you are not sure, maybe I'll write here, or I mean, sometime when you read on the homework or when you read the test, you are not sure. Let's see what will happen. Or is it N equals to 3D instead? Let's see what will happen. Now, so you see, of course, here 2 equations, 2 unknown. Maybe I'll write another note. 2 equations, 2 unknown. So you use substitution. So I'll show you first that sub this one in. Chapter name, 1 variable linear equation. This is chapter 2. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so I mean, what do you want to say really? Please type something relate to this. What do you want to say? Chapter name, yes, but so what is the problem? If there is a problem, you say it out. If not, then don't need to distract us. Yeah, so what? What's the problem? Like you don't know how to deal with 2 equations? Okay, yeah, 2 variables in this equation, that's exactly what I said. So I don't know what you are talking about. Okay, anyway, come back to this. So we just solve it. So sub this in 0.13n, 0.05n equals to 36.05. Okay, so that's 0.3n, 0.05n. Correct like terms, it happens to be just like term already. And so n equals to 36.05 divided by 0.35. Again, you all know how to divide decimals is 3605 divided by 35. So here, let's see, I think it looks very divisible because maybe you expect that here n and d are supposed to be whole number, right? Because remember we said in class, you cannot have a 3.5 of a dime. You must only have 1 dime, 2 dimes. So I expect this is a integer. If not, then this is wrong. So what I was writing here exactly is that if we try this one, you will see it just doesn't make sense. Anyway, I'm almost done here. So 105 you recognize is 0, and then 35 times 3 you can make it, right? So n equals to 103. Okay, actually the questions wants how many nickels only. Let me maybe use red here. How many nickels only? So I didn't need to find a d. So we can find d also, but this question don't need. This question didn't care. Okay, that's it. So you see the questions only care how many nickels, so didn't care about dimes. So as I mentioned, although it's only asking for one thing, but it's talking about dime and nickel. So set up 2 equations, 2 unknown is more convenient. That's exactly what I said. So if this is what we were talking about. Okay, come back to this now. So for here, therefore there are 103 nickels. Okay, that's it. Now, so extra stuff here is that extra. Let's see, because we are not sure. If you think you are not, if this is the type of sentences you cannot read, because for me, this kind of thing, I'm still not used to it either, this kind of sentence. Every time I have to think carefully. 3 times as many, does it mean 3, like D is 3n or n is 3D? I have to think carefully each time also. So if n is 3D, let's see what happens. So we sub in same thing. The other equation was this. So we do the same thing. We just sub this n into this one, right? So here we will get that is 0.1d plus 0.05 3d. So here that's 0.1d, that's 0.15d. Then here this is a 0.25d. So d equals to 36.05.25, which is 3605 over 25. And you can tell that's not integer. I mean, if you divide 35, it's very clear already. Here you have no 5 to take out, then you cannot divide 5. 35 you can take out a 5. You need here take out another 5 so that you can divide 25, which is 5 squared. So I can tell already this is not an integer. Not make sense. So as I mentioned, if you have time, I mean on test, if you're really non-clear, you can try both and you will see the wrong one will give you the answer, not make sense. The correct one will give you the answer that makes sense. Okay, clear? Okay, type it down, write down. Add some notes. I want to remind you guys, add some notes again. You can tell already, right? Something I told you and you forgot. Okay, anyone not done, type me a letter N, please. Okay. What the one I did was this one, 4.4, 3.4.4, 3.4.3. Okay, so yeah, you copy. I'll flip to that page, section 3.4. Just take a screenshot, maybe. Section 3.4. Uh, 3.4.3.4. Okay, done. Okay. 4.3.4.4. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Sorry guys, 1 sec. Let's see someone type something. Okay. 4.3.4.4. Okay. 3.43. The question is denominator of a fraction is 7 less than common denominator. Okay, actually maybe I should just open it on this computer so I can just copy and paste. But I will type it now. Equivalent 2/5. What is the numerator of the fraction? Numerator. Okay, so here again you can see is what do we want is we can call it x. Okay, so first what do we want? I want the numerator. Let x be that. I mean numerator. So let's set up the equation now. Denominator of a fraction is 7 less. So you have somehow a fraction that you have the top. The denominator of the fraction is 7 less 3 times the denominator. So here see, 7 less than 3 times numerator is 3 times numerator minus 7. Now it says the denominator is this. Okay, so this says it is 3x minus 7. This fraction is equivalent to 2/5. Okay, so exactly, we have one equation to solve. Now, so again, method 1 is get rid of bottom. My orange pen again. Okay, so here multiply 5 times 3x minus 7. So when you multiply this in, they cancel, then you have just a 5 left here. Multiply this in, 5 cancel, then you have a 2, 3x minus 7. Or, yeah, I should write like this, like what I said in class. Pencil. Or that, okay, you are dividing. You remember our goal is to make one layer. So method 2 is that when move divide to the other side is multiply. I didn't write this blue thing to you in the homework. I mean in the class notes. I wrote this to you. The other side is multiply. Remember this I wrote in class? The way I wrote it was like this. Either you do it like this or that, you will get to this. Like here is a dividing, so you multiply, it become a top. Move over here. Here is dividing, so you move up here, it become a top. So you see 5 dividing 5, move up here, that's how you get this 5x. This is a dividing, when you move it up, it's become multiplied, then you get this side is 2 times the 3x minus 7, exactly. So either way you do it, you get rid of the bottom. Okay, the rest is clear. So 5s equals to 6x minus 14. Move this over x, move that over is 14. Yeah, that's it. Here the restriction is bottom cannot be 0. So your x cannot be 7/3. If we got the x is not 7/3, then it's fine. Okay, so 14 is fine. Okay, write it down quickly. So I'll just take a screenshot. Yes, I know, but I don't want to use the word cross multiplication because I know a lot of students don't understand cross multiplication at all, actually. They just thought the look is cross multiply. But please understand the look is cross multiply, but the reasoning is this move over is why. Okay, whatever. No matter what you want to say it, that's the meaning of it. Okay, so yeah, as I said, please don't make random comments. If you know it, you know it. Please just say something relative to the class. Don't distract us. Okay, anyone not done, type me a letter N, please. Okay, 3.4.4. So finds that if we have this 12 plus 2 fourth roots of 2 minus z minus 9, minus 9 is outside, equals to fourth roots of 2 minus z. The question is solve z. Yeah, so that's the linear equation in disguise, as we said, that here this is our block. I meant to be this color. Okay. This is your block A. This is your block A. So we can collect like terms. Maybe I'll move them over. So you have 2 of such block minus 1 of such block And here number move over, that's a 3. Already, I simplify in my head. Okay, so move over is a -3, -3. Okay, so 2 of such minus 1 of such, then you have 1 of such. Whoops, that's a Z, be careful. 2 minus Z, okay, so I misread my writing, start to, okay. 2 minus Z, 2 minus Z. Okay, up to here seems good. Again, 2 of such block minus 1 of such block. So get rid of the 4 is power 4. That's a positive 81. And now move the Z over, move the 81 over. So Z equals to -40, 79. Okay. Now, but here, especially this one I didn't tell you, but I will tell you now that whenever you, first of all, is that when you solve an answer, you can check if it works. Okay, I'll type it here instead. First, when we solve equations, solve any equations actually, we can sub the solution back to see if it satisfies the equation. We can check the answer by sub the solution back to the equation to see if it satisfies the equation. Is it clear here? So I will check this first here because I see suddenly I have my intuition says something is not quite right because it's a negative. What is going on here? Okay, so let's see. If we plug back in here, left hand side equals to 12 plus 2/4 roots of 2 minus -79, then minus 9. So that's just 12 minus 9 is 3. Okay, and then 2/4 roots of 81, which is 3 plus 2 times 3, which is 9. But the right hand side is equals to 4th roots of 2 minus -79, which is 4th root of 81, which is just 3. So it doesn't work. Okay, so what's wrong? Okay, so it doesn't work. Now I can so now, but I will explain to you what is going on. So it doesn't work. Okay. Yeah, where's my cursor? Here. Okay, up to here seems good. What? Say quickly.
I think it is because the
Okay, yeah, thank you.
the-
It's enough. I'm going to explain it. Thank you for telling, but it is a homework class. Time is a little rush. Okay, so yeah, I will say it. Thank you for you want to say it. So okay, the reasoning here is that whenever, so the note is that whenever we square both sides, whenever we square both sides or even power or even exponent, sometimes we will accidentally include the extraneous root. Okay, what does it mean? I will tell you right here. So you see for instance, okay, example. Let's say that we want to solve root x equals to 2. So we say that if we solve, we do this square root both sides, right? I square both sides to solve it, right? So x equals to 4. No, sorry, I meant to do, let me do, yeah, okay. So now, but you see, that, let's see, hold on, x equals to 4 roots. Okay, let me say it like this instead. Let's say that I have x equal, actually, let's say I have x squared equals to 2 instead. Okay, let me say this again. X equals to 2, let's say. So x squared equals to 4. But now if you solve this, rather than solve, now x equals to plus or minus 2. So you see, but originally, x equals to 2 only. So when you square both sides, you accidentally included the negative root. Included the negative root. Okay, so the negative root is not necessarily the extraneous. Extraneous just means something like extra, or you think of it some root that is not useful. Okay, so negative does not mean extraneous, but most of the time, most of the time negative is the extraneous root, means that when you sub it back in, it just doesn't work. Okay, type it back, write down quickly. Okay, next question is the review questions, I think. So I'll go to that page.
Wait, can't you just tell that there's no solution because like this is impossible?
Well, so you see again, negative, the problem is not -7, 9. You see, you can do it. You minus negative. So there's no problem about -7, 9, 8. You are solving Z. You are not solving like a square root of Z. If you have Z, just Z here, then you cannot square root, you cannot do it. But here is 2 minus Z. So as I said, it's not negative necessary, it's wrong. No, okay? So again, extraneous does not mean negative. Actually, sometimes negative would work also. So extraneous just means something that is extra, that we included here. As I right here, you can see it. It's extra because originally it's positive 2 only. But when you square it, you included something extra. So that is called strict extraneous. Okay, so it's not necessary negative is wrong. As I would say again, not necessary negative is wrong. Some questions, the negative root will work also. And some question, maybe the negative is the correct, the positive is the wrong. Maybe even we can have something like this. Is it clear? Does it answer your question? Do you see what I'm answering you, Jeremy? Respond to me, please. Tell me if you understand. Okay, someone asked for 3.15, or do you mean 3.1.5? Because there is no 3.15 here. I think you mean 3.1.5. Okay, I'll go back to question session 3.1 now. Okay, clear? Okay, so 3.1.4, 3.1.5, sorry. Black. Okay, so here we have find A if x equals to 3 is the solution. Are you sure this is your question? This is quite easy. So if x equals to 3, so A is what? So you know, if you don't see it, 3 equals to 7A, so A equals to 3 over 7. Otherwise, you know the relationship. This divided by 5 exactly means 10 divided by 5 is 2. So if the bottom is the unknown, you just have to swap them. That's what I said in class also. You just have to swap them. Then you can go straight to here. A is on this side, 7 is there. That's it. Okay. And then next is review, 3-point summary, review questions. Okay, clear? Quickly screenshot. Okay, so this one is done. This was a 3.1.5 meant to be. Okay, next is 30. Someone asked for 35, 43, or 43 is here. So 36, 40, 27. Okay, 27, 36, 27, 36, 27, 36. Okay, let's see. Okay, find all value, solve Z. So here 1 over x minus 1, 2x over x minus 1 equals to 5. Easy, common denominator, just get rid of bottom. So multiply everything by x minus 1. Then this multiply in is cancelled, that's a 1. This multiply in is cancelled, that's a 2x. This multiply in, you have 5x minus 1, that's it. And the restriction, of course, is x cannot be 1 though. So if you somehow solve x equals 1, you have to reject, that's all. Move this over, it's 6, x equals to 2. That's it, what's the problem? Is this the one you asked? Okay, someone asked for this one, so you quickly write down. Next is 36. Next page. Okay, so here, fourth root of y plus fourth root of 16y minus 2 equals to 4. We want to solve it. So here you see it doesn't look like term yet, but you recognize this is very, very simplifiable. Fourth root of 16 and then fourth root of y, so you recognize we have some like terms there. Actually, maybe at the same time I move this over already. Move this over is add 2. Okay, now here fourth root of 16, does everyone recognize that's the 2? I don't know, someone asked this, did you type it wrong? I don't have time to check it.
I wasn't the one.
Sorry, 16. So fourth root of 16 is 2. Okay, so this is a fourth root y plus 2, 4 root y equals to 6. So you have 1 block, and that you have 3 of such block. Divide by 3. Then fourth power 4. So ask carefully, you guys, that's 16. Okay, you can sub back to into check. You see 16 does work. Fourth root of positive 16, it does work. Okay. So next is what? Say it.
So I just have
Next is 30, 35, 30, 30, 40, 43. Okay, yeah.
So I just sent something to you in the chat. So like, is this correct? Because last time I asked you a question about question 1D on the pre-assessment test. So could you just check if like this is correct, my understanding?
Ask later. Let me quickly finish this. Okay, so talk about it later. Okay, because I think time is almost done. So just quickly. What is our time? 8:30, I think. So yeah, let me just quickly finish it. We want to solve z. This is a z. So yeah, we just open it up. I'll do this method now. And then now it's 2 layers. So if you want to kill the bottom, you can just multiply by z, then you can kill everything. So multiply z here, it cancels. That is, I mean, it multiply in it 3z. This now, oh, actually, set this multiply in. I don't need to do this. Okay, sorry, I don't even need to do this. 3 here. You notice when I multiply the z in, it killed this bottom already. Multiply this in, you have a z here. Multiply in, you have z cancel, it's minus 2. Yeah, that's it. So 3 equals to 3z minus 6. Move this over, is 9. So z equals to 3. Our restriction is z cannot be 2, z cannot be 0. So yeah, our z is not 0, then it's fine. Okay, write this down quickly. And then last one, lastly, someone asked this one is find t such that square root of 3 plus cubic root of t over square root of 3 minus cubic root of t equals to 3. Okay, so as always, we get rid of the bottom. So this time I don't bother doing the orange thing. I just move this over by multiply. Now here you can see I want to open things up to collect like terms. They are not exactly like terms. This is a plus, that's a minus. Inside is not the same thing. So we want to open up the square root. Okay, so square both sides. They are still balanced, right? It doesn't really bother us because when you square here, the square root sign cancel. That's great. But here 3 squared is just a 9, so it's very clean. And now this root thing squared, you get 3 minus cubic root t. Also keep in mind that maybe since we square both sides, maybe we will have extraneous root. So at the end, we should check. Maybe, don't know, maybe both work. Okay, up to here seems good. So next is now we see we have a like term here. Maybe I'll keep expanding cubic root of t, 27 minus 9 of such. And so when I collect like term, you move it over, you have 10 of such block. Is it okay? move this over is 24 divided by 10, that is divided by 2 is 12 over 5. And so now you want to move the cubic sign is to cubic root sign is to cube everything. So here is cube everything. It doesn't move here. Okay, move. Okay, like this. So 1, 2, 2 cube is 1, 7. You know this is lowest term, so just cube it is 1, 7, 2, 8. 5 cube is 1, 2, 5. This is lowest term for sure, because 12 and 5 has nothing to cancel. So when you cube them, there is nothing to cancel either. Okay. Okay, so this one we got one root and you sub it back into check. You can sub to check. It worked. No extraneous root. That's fine. No problem. So this is our root. Okay, up to here all clear? Anything you asked and I didn't answer? Take a screenshot here quickly. Kata. Okay, so the ones I did were
Wait a second.
okay.
Can you go down?
Suddenly, what? Oh God. Okay, so I want to show here the list. This is the list we have done. Okay, everything
do
you see
43?
here. Yeah, I'll go back. Okay, here. Okay, anything I missed that you didn't ask? Okay, again, take screenshot here, Kata. If you are done, then you can go.
no, wait. Because this is -9. If you transfer it over, what it be? Wait, no, hang on. You know what? Whatever. That's fine.
What?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, so yeah, Phoebe is other people. Phoebe, just leave here, stay to talk about your questions separately. Other people, you can go if tell me bye if nothing else to ask. Okay, actually you can just go. Don't have to tell me bye because I cannot see her message. Okay, yeah, go now. So Phoebe, what's the problem?
So like I sent something to you in the chat. So
Yeah,
like,
I see it. What's the problem?
so is it correct or?
Okay, what you wrote is this. 4 square. Is it like the whole thing cube? Is it what it means?
No. Can I just annotate on screen?
You want to share your screen? You mean?
No. Can I annotate on screen?
Okay, yeah, do that.
So hold on. As in like like no bracket, because last time I asked you a question about question one.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I understand what you're talking about now.
Yeah. So like, does the bracket like make a difference between how you calculate it?
Okay, so as I said, the correct direction is this way, right?
Yeah.
You recall? So yeah, let's do that. So here it should be. This is a 4 square, and then here 2. This is 9. Okay, and then 2 to the 9 is 512, like this. So that is a 2 to the 1024.
Okay, and so like if you add a bracket between the 4 to the power of 2 to the power of 3, like if you add bracket there, then like you have to calculate the bracket inside first and then the exponent, right?
Now be careful. If it's bracket, this is a 4 square. This is inside a bracket. This is meant to be 1 block, and here is 9, right? Then now you see 4 to the 2 to the 9 is 4 to the 18. Then this is a 2 to the 36. So
Okay.
they are not the same thing.
Okay, so like if there's another bracket, then it's also like,
So you are asking if like it's a 4 square cube and then 2, is it what you mean?
no, a four squared bracket to the power of 3 bracket to the power of 2.
Okay, like this and then this and then this. Yeah, then that finally means, now be careful. 2 to the, be careful here also. Because this is, yeah, this will be what you type. Because here is the AMN rule. 4 2 cube is a 4 6. And so that is a, although it's an exponent, but here is AMN rule,
Okay.
or 2 to the 24.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Okay, bye.
bye. Okay, other people, you are still here. Do you have question? If not, I will stop recording. And you can go now. If you have no question. Okay, I'll stop recording. Clear? Okay. Yeah, sorry. So do you want